Everybody, we've got a pretty full program today and a lot of guests, so we're going to try and get through this on time. We've got some interesting aspects to what vocational services is all about. It's made up of 6 different committees, and I thought that there might be some misunderstanding or maybe lack of understanding as to what vocational services is really about in the subject of Rotary. So I want to start with our first slide and particularly point you to the second object of Rotary. I'm sure all of you probably know these by heart, but for those of you who don't, the second standard is the object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular to encourage and foster high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. So that is kind of the focus of what vocational services is about. Next slide, please. The concept of vocational service is the object of Rotary is a philosophical statement of Rotary's purpose and the responsibilities of Rotarians. The concept of vocational service is rooted in the second object, which calls on Rotarians to encourage and foster high ethical business standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Next slide. As a Rotarian, how can we put these ideals into action? Consider these suggestions. Talk about your vocation in your club. Take time to learn about fellow members' vocations. Use your professional skills to serve a community. Practice your profession with integrity and inspire others to behave ethically through your own words and actions. Help a young person achieve his or her career aspirations, and guide and encourage others in their professional development. So this is what Rotary International defines vocational services to be about. And in our club, we focused on 6 different areas that we're trying to help achieve some of these results and expand our reach into the community and help others to achieve their goals as well. Next slide, please. So our Dublin AM Rotary Vocational Services Committees are made up of 6 different committees. Number 1 is Challenge Day, that is headed by Sue Burness and Cindy Groninger. They could not be here this morning. Matter of fact, several of our club or our committee chairs could not be here, so I'll attempt to do those justice myself. Mentoring with Dr. Lisa Skeens and Cindy Groninger. Scholarship Committee, Rick Schwederman. Human Trafficking, again, Dr. Skeens and Cindy Groninger. Leadership Dublin, Michael Blackwell, and I think Amy Snow is also part of that committee. And Science and Technology, which is Ann Ralston and myself. So Challenge Day. Next slide, please. Oh, I'm sorry. We're not bored. Our budget. Challenge Day. A lot of these committees don't require any monetary budget to keep them moving forward. They're primarily volunteering of fellow Rotarians and getting active with the different programs that are coming about. We've actually donated to Challenge Day in the past, but Challenge Day is an activity that is taken over by the schools. So we're kind of backing away from that one a little bit. Mentoring, again, a fairly inexpensive committee. $250 of our budget goes to that. Scholarships is our big one, $6,000 that we are donating to scholarships for various students, and many of them are going to be here this morning and talk to us about that. Human Trafficking, that's a newer committee that is kind of getting off the ground. We need to do some more things to expand that, but we've been doing that for a couple of years now. Leadership Dublin, $1,000 for that. Science and Technology, $3,000. And then the Director's Discretionary Fund, which we can direct for different committees as the year goes on in case they have additional budget needs that weren't planned for.